everyone, and welcome to Storytime with an Aspie. I'm your host, Oxius, the Autistic Creator. For today's episode, I wanted to start with something that really hit me. I had this dream last night that actually made me cry while I was writing it down. Uh, I so in this dream, I was a scientist working with two coworkers and a boss. There was this device that allowed things to thrive in an ecosystem. It was cylindrical in shape, but there were rectangular shelves that were stacked on top of it, each about a foot apart, that went all the way to the ceiling. The shelves themselves had some sort of nutrient filled moss growing on it, and there was a steady flow of water to each shelf, kind of like a fountain with layers where the water came out. There were even fish swimming in the water. There was another purpose for this machine, but I don't remember exactly what it was. I remember being told to go get it for a new experiment, but when I went to find it, the sliding glass door that actually was in this room was open, wide open, and on the opposite side of the room, where the device actually was, there were a ton of animals that had started living there in harmony. They had built homes on some of the shelves, and the device provided them with food. Uh, they it provided them with water. It provided them with a soft heat for winter, and the water itself was actually cleaner than anything that they could find outside because humans had destroyed their homes. They had a thriving economy, and when they saw me, they actually weren't afraid. In fact, one of the animals, a gray animal, I think a chinchilla for some reason. Anyway, it came up to me and took my hand and pulled me toward the ecosystem, and I was able to understand what they were telling me. They said, "Thank you. Welcome. You gave us a chance to thrive in an environment that would have destroyed us. We've made this place our home, and we hope that you will come to love this place just as much as we do. We don't have much, but we want you to know that you are welcome to come back anytime." And as I stood there looking around, I realized there were more nests settled along these shelves. There were there were plants that were starting to grow, and birds were making homes in them. These animals were all working together, providing one another with resources that they couldn't get themselves. I realized then that I had to protect the place because it was just so beautiful. They started out with nothing and made their home into something amazing. So I told them that I would protect them, and I left to tell my fellow scientists the news. When I told this the other two, they wanted to see it too. So they went in and they thought it was amazing as well. But the animals didn't speak to them like they spoke to me. They came to greet them, but they had no voice. They offered the scientists food, brought them to the water. They showed them what they showed me, but I didn't hear their words. Then I left the scientists to finish the tour, and I went to go tell our boss. He said he didn't care what was happening, I just needed to bring him the device. I told him I can't. There are creatures living in their own ecosystem because of it. We can't destroy what they have, or we can't really call ourselves scientists. I don't remember what the boss said, but I left right after that. But when I went back to the room, all the animals were gone. So were all the shelves, and all the plants, and all the homes. I was shocked. And that's when I heard this voice, the same one from earlier. And this chinchilla crawled on top of the one shelf that was actually attached to the device. And he said, "I thought you said you would protect us. All our homes are gone. We can't possibly survive here anymore." So we all left. I got so angry, and I went to my coworkers who were just going about their own business, and I yelled, "Where did you put the shelves? Where are they?" And one of my coworkers turned to me and said, "We had to clean everything. The animals couldn't stay on it. We had to use the machine for our other experiment." It was definitely cool to see, though, and he went back to what he was doing. I looked over to the sink where they had placed all the shelves, and I grabbed as many as I could carry. I was so furious that they had destroyed something so beautiful. I was even so angry that I actually started to cry in my dream. But my coworker, who was now stacking what looked like some sort of plate, asked me, "What are you doing?" And I turned to him and I said, "I'm putting these back. You have no idea what's going on here, do you?" And my coworker was so shocked at my anger that they dropped what they were holding as I walked towards them, and it shattered on the floor. And I said, "I speak to them because they can't speak for themselves. You can't just destroy someone's home like that. How would you feel if someone came along and destroyed everything you hold dear? How would you feel if you built something by hand from the ground up and someone came along and just destroyed everything? You can't hear their voices, but I'll speak to them because they have no voice around you. And then I woke up. I think it's really important that everyone understands the moral of this story. There are people out there, people like me, who are looked over just for one quality that people don't like. As someone with autism, people have told me that I am an idiot. People have purposefully triggered anxiety attacks from me just so they can say that I flipped out. And I've been unable to defend myself in a position that I have no idea how to explain my actions. I can't speak for myself all the time. It's very hard for me to socialize with people. So explaining myself is not easy. So if you ever come across someone like me who can't always speak out for themselves, I hope you have the courage to stand up for them because chances are no one else can hear what they have to say. The chances are anyone can see, all anyone can see is the one thing that person has that they want, and they won't care how much they have to break someone down to get it from them. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoy my content. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I'm Oxius, the autistic creator, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Bye.